Hey y'all, it's Heel Heat time.
Hi everybody and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Coles and this is going to be our SummerSlam 2014 predictions. Let's go right into it. First match, and I don't know what the order of the card will be. These are just the matches as I have them written down. Kind of the way I expect the card to go. First match to start the show, Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins in a lumberjack match. I imagine Ambrose picks up the win. Just because we didn't get the match last month, I imagine the payoff will be Ambrose winning. Rollins can't run away. The only thing I could possibly see is maybe someone like Kane interfering on Rollins' behalf as a lumberjack. But that's the point of the lumberjack, so people can't do things like that. Next up we have Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. For some strange reason, I think Ziggler is going to win this. I think he's going to get the Intercontinental title. I think they're finally getting to the point where they're realizing that Dolph Ziggler does have a following, and maybe they should capitalize on that. And this is the way to start it. Plus, although I think the Miz's character is really good right now, I think it's probably the best Miz that I can remember him being, and this is the most enjoyable he's ever been to me. I don't know that him being world or an Intercontinental champion really helps the show or not. So I think Ziggler is going to win this one. Next up we have Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. See this one going chalk, going Roman Reigns. No reason to stop the momentum of Roman. They learned a couple years ago when they did that with Ryback how detrimental it was to his career. So maybe they'll continue to let Roman Reigns build to where they have a future superstar in their midst and don't derail him. Next up, the Divas Championship match, AJ Lee versus Paige. I think from what we've seen from Raw with Paige getting into AJ's head, I think Paige is going to pick up the win. The feud's going to continue. Either way, no matter who wins, I think it's probably going to be one of the best Diva matches we'll see all year. Next up, Flag versus Flag, Jack Swagger versus Rusev. I think the WWE stumbled into something with this feud with Swagger being a face. I think they didn't realize, they may not have realized how over he could be, especially against a guy like Rusev. And I think they're going to try and capitalize this. Now, two things, this being a flag match, Swagger picking up the win will make him look strong, and they can still go along with them saying Rusev's never been pinned. So therefore, why not let Swagger win, let him keep his momentum going, see how far he can take it. Next match we have Brie Bella versus Stephanie McMahon. A match that's actually had better build than I thought it was going to have. I see Brie Bella winning. No reason for her not to come out on top on this storyline. I entertained in my head there's an off chance that Nikki Bella takes Stephanie McMahon's side and interferes for Stephanie, so Brie would lose because she's jealous of her sister. Just an off chance. I don't think that's going to happen, but it could. Next up, we have Bray Wyatt versus Chris Jericho. Rematch from last month's pay-per-view. Rowan and Harper are banned from ringside. I don't see any reason why Bray Wyatt isn't going to win this match. I thought that last month, though, as well, and he did. I'm going to go ahead and pick Bray Wyatt. No way they make him lose to Jericho 2 times in a row. It doesn't help his character at all. And last but not least, the main event for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. I think Lesnar wins it. I believe it's a good decision to let him win it. I think he's one of the biggest draws they have, even with him just being there partially. I think the interest in a guy like Brock Lesnar is going to bring in more casual fans, and I think it's the way to go, especially if Lesnar gets to have a long title run, which is paid off with Roman Reigns beating him for it, or someone like that, Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, any of the younger guys gets a win over Lesnar. Not saying that them beating Cena would be bad, but I think it might be more impressive if they beat Lesnar for the title, especially with Lesnar being the guy that beat the Taker streak, the guy that's the champion. Just my opinion on it, though. Quick recap. Ambrose over Rollins, Ziggler over Miz, Reigns over Orton, Page over AJ, Swagger over Rusev, Brie over Stephanie, Wyatt over Jericho, Lesnar over Cena. And basically that's what I had. That's my predictions for how SummerSlam will end up being. We'll tune in Sunday night, see how it actually is, and recap it probably sometime Monday to let you know, to tell you guys how correct I was or how bad I was. But basically that's all I have to say about that. My name is George Coles, and this has been another episode of Heel Heat.